Welcome to the channel of love. Okay, everything's firing up. I just heard the refrigerator going. It's 11:44. It's just turned 11:44. The sunshine, it's going to get me. I know it is. Okay, we're going to do a reading on this Monday morning. It's 11:44. Oh, there's a feather on the floor. I just noticed as well. Let's have a reading. Okay. Guardian angels. That's what's coming through. Okay, well, we've got the, they're not the Druid Craft Tarot, they're the Rider-Waite Tarot. And I have the Channel of Love cards here. That's a present. Let's, I feel like just doing a free flow reading. Let's just see what story wants to come out this morning. On this beautiful sunshiny Monday morning. A little bit nippy, a little bit frosty out there. Jack Frost is out there. Okay. Oh, I can see balloons. Reflection. Party time. It's time for a celebration. Oh, I've got an itchy ear. Okay. Oh. Tonight it's party time. It's party time tonight. I'm just going to absorb the message first. Let me just have a look. When I said absorb, I felt like maybe I wanted to say observe. I just want to observe the energy, absorb the energy. Well, that's the card of the surveyor. So they survey situations. They're on their toes. They're quick on their toes. Okay. And that's the card of, I don't want to call it the spy energy. I feel like it's a surveillance energy. I do feel it's the divine feminine. That you are very observant. We have your energy here. Now, seeing as the divine feminine in the Nine of Pentacles is surrounded by this sunshiny energy, I feel that has something to do with it. Sunshine's going to get you. So I feel like you're not allowing, you're very absorbent and very observant regarding how you can take on other people's energies. Being an empath. Okay. So I feel very much as if you know when to retreat so that you can transmute any, especially if they're negative, fear-based energies. This is about you finding the balance so that it doesn't affect your own spiritual alignment. Where are we going now? Okay. Where are we off to now? So, lots of messages coming in. I feel very much about this energy of you picking up on others' vibrations. Lots of different vibrations can kind of hone in on you because you have the ability to transmute it. And also, if you've stepped into your leadership, mentorship. Mentor. What's a mentor? Mentorship. You're helping people that are going a little bit cuckoo, insane. They're not as balanced as you, so they hone in on you because you make them feel comfortable. So you have to know when this is occurring, and then you need to know when to pull back. Last couple of days I've pulled back to actually like eye contact because it's so draining on me. To the transmutation of energy of what you guys pick up from me, the difference in how the message is received is, I believe that when I have the camera down, you might listen to me more, but when I have the camera up, you're more drawn to the comforting energy that you get to see. Thank God I've ditched the ego because it would kind of be like, Lucy, seriously, did you say that? I know what I mean. Okay, I know what my presence can do and how it can affect people and calm them down and make them feel at ease with themselves. So I know when I have to when I feel the drain on my energy. And it's a bit of a bombardment with lots of different emotional stances. And you have to kind of pull yourself back and go, well, actually, where am I standing? I mean, where am I when it comes to like my own vibrational alignment? Okay, so lots of messages coming in. And that's, there's no people in this card here. So it's energy. Interesting message. There's so much guidance for the Divine Feminines. I love it at the moment. It's like awesome. Okay. It's all making sense now. Compared to the clarity that you could bring to this journey like a couple of years ago, there is an immense difference in your understanding of how energy works. And then we have the Hangman. So this could be very much you're picking up on, because I'm picking up on a collective feminine energy being very strong. Very strong. Very ready for mission. Why? Because they can transmute this energy. It's taking the pain and transmuting it into peace, love, serenity. Now I do feel the Divine Masculine is absorbing all this. Look at all the violet around him. And his like head is just like absorbing it all like a sponge. Okay. And I feel, because I felt like Divine Feminine ink's coming through, like you have an inkling that your Divine Masculine is drawing on some of your energy, is trying to benefit from your presence. And I feel like reading him like a book. And then I was taken to like reading a book, and I love reading books, and if I absorb so much just from like one book. And so it's that kind of energy here, is he is absorbing knowledge. You can read him like a book. Well, being an empath, this would be true. Okay. And that's because people leave themselves open, energetically open to be read. So this brings me back to the Divine Feminine protecting your energy field. Understanding that if you allow yourself to be open and you don't protect your vibration, then people are going to be able to tap into you more easily. As you know, it is easy to tap into most people because they are not aware of how energy works. Okay, big lesson here. Let's get the Channel of Love cards. Got the washing machine going in the background. Okay. Keeping on top of the laundry. I so am as well, it feels awesome. A little routine I've been doing to keep on top of the laundry. It's working. Okay. I'm not sure if I've been doing it for 28 days yet for it to become a habit, but not that it was out of control, but I do seem to accumulate quite a lot of laundry in the house. Well, there are 4 of us, so anyway, it's predicting when the kids are going to show up with their bags of laundry. Keep on top of it. Right, we've got a Master Manifest now. Puppy love. Now the PC's coming in, which brings me to being a police constable. Oh, a personal counsellor. Okay. This is the Divine Masculine, which you can pick up. Divine Feminine, who's actually watching you and absorbing your knowledge, your energy. But he's aware that you can read him like a book. But you are his personal counsellor. Master Manifester. It is the role of the Divine Feminine to inspire the masculine, and also to understand how the Divine Masculines operate, work. My mind was taken somewhere else and I kind of lost the flow, as if like I'm not going to talk about that. That's interesting. Okay. My throat chakra's really seized up. It's about the role of the Divine Feminine, Mr. Dependable. It's like the Divine Feminine is the one that creates a dependable masculine. She's the one that actually trains him. Now, come on, let me say this in a way that will make sense. Okay. The quote that I was saying the other day was like, behind every successful man is a successful woman. And I think it was Laurie that said, behind every successful man, she wrote this in the comment section during the premiere, behind every successful man is a divine feminine. And it's like, oh, that's got to go on a t-shirt, because that's so true. So that's why the focus is on us, because it's us that helps to create the genius that's shown through our divine counterparts. Physique, apparently. So the divine masculine at the moment is absorbing. It's like you're doing all the studying and then you're teaching him. So he's tapping into what you know. He's been a good student. You might not, well, I don't think you're aware of this, otherwise there'd be open communication and you would be able to talk to each other, questions and answers session. So there's this master manifestor, which makes me feel as if this is part of the role. You do feel as if you are the personal counsellor for the divine masculine. He wants to become dependable, but it's like he needs to know, well, he needs the know-how. How does he do this? And seeing as you've trained to be a divine feminine, you would be the most sensible person to approach. Okay. Live in the Tao. So there's definitely the hermit energy here of someone actually being in the shadows and studying immensely. It's like absorbing, like a sponge. It's like a child's brain again. They're just in wonder. Mr. Know-it-all. He wants to know it all. Okay. Cheers. Cheers. I did tell you graduated divine feminine. Okay then, Master Manifestor, the Magician, Puppy Love, the Page of Cups, and we have the Page of Swords. So Puppy loves watching the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, the divine feminine, she's on her toes. She's aware of this energy. I actually felt this energy of her actually saying to the masculine, like, cut it out. It was like a bubble. It's like, cut it out. I can read you like a book. I've read many books. I know exactly what's going on. Mr. Dependable, the King of Pentacles, that is the king who is like the entrepreneur. It's nice that he's shown up and not the Emperor, because the Emperor just wants authority. There is a little bit of a prideful energy here. But I don't feel you should take it as a form of rejection. That's interesting. Don't take it as a form of rejection. But I feel like the masculine is so busy, like, studying and learning, that he wants to know it all. The love would distract him at the moment. Okay. Live in the Tao, the Hermit energy. Where do you want me to go from here? Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Finding the balance here between the material and the spiritual realms. And that is what the divine masculine is doing. He's topping up his knowledge. Let's get some oracle cards. Let's go to the power of love, because love's definitely present and he's loving what he's doing. I feel like there's so much new information coming in that you just get your head around something and then something else crops up for you to think about, to contemplate. There is the energy of the parrot here. So the divine masculine could be sharing this wisdom. So taking your guidance and then going and sharing to others. which is the best way, really. Learn something and then go and share that with someone else. Keeps conversation very interesting. There's always something new to talk about. There is if you're studying a lot. Okay. Loyalty. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense and devotion and consistency of being. Now, I feel at the moment the consistency of being is actually studying here. And I feel like the goal is so that the Divine Masculine can actually be relied upon, depended. He's dependable, which means he needs to depend upon himself that he can do this. Loyalty, it's coming straight from the heart. I do feel as if he has been a loyal servant. He's sharing the wisdom. He might not be sharing the wisdom with you, Divine Feminine, because there's no point. It's like you shared it with him. So instead of him coming and talking about that wisdom that he's received from you, he's going and talking to someone else about it. That was when it felt like it was a bit of a prideful energy, but don't take it as rejection, because I felt it's like the masculine don't want me to talk about this. But it's expected. It's expected that the Divine Masculine would start to mimic the Divine Feminine. The pride energy comes in as in a little bit of sneakiness here. That it's all being done in the dark. But it's not kind of news that's going to dissatisfy the Divine Feminine to find out that a masculine's been sharing her knowledge. But this loyalty, he's working on both realms, finding some balance here. Let's read this loyalty card. After loyalty comes ownership, and that's what I'm trying to get out, is that the Divine Masculine will be sharing this knowledge and not really saying the source that he's got it from, being the Divine Feminine. So he's taking ownership of it. And I say, that's the most confident way to do anything, is not to say, oh, well, I heard from so-and-so, that just, for me, it sounds a little bit, I don't want to say pathetic, but it's like, no, just take ownership of what you've studied. It will come out in your own way, or you'll hear a phrase that you like and you take it on as your own, and there's nothing wrong in doing that. You don't have to go and ask permission. Hey, I heard you say this, do you mind if I go and share that with someone else? No, if it's come out, then go and share it. And for me, my whole point of my channel is that you take on board what I've said, if it resonates with you, if you kind of have a little bit of an aha moment and it helps you, and certain phrases or a certain way I say something will help you in the physical world, or even spiritually, then use it. You don't have to come and ask for permission. You use it because I know where you're going to be evolving to. Okay. Where you're going to learn to trust yourself, depend upon you, and know that you're quite capable of guiding and manifesting the life that you desire. So let's read this loyalty card. That's what ownership took me to. Take ownership of your knowledge, your newfound knowledge. Your loyalty is measured by the strength of your commitment to your relationships and obligations. Now, this is an obligation for both of the counterparts to share the knowledge. You possess an unswerving faithfulness. Your soul is stirred only when you unselfishly have the best interest of others at heart. This devotion is freely given with a true sense of unconditional love. Loyalty asks you to be steadfast in your motives and unwavering in your ideals. Be a living example to others. Demonstrate how your belief in a person, cause, or principle can enrich your life experience, expand your horizons, and bring you a sense of solidarity and oneness. When you are really honest about where your loyalties lie, you must also be willing to ask yourself what these loyalties are teaching you about yourself and your own value system. Is there a need you are meeting, What fulfills you and makes you whole? Are you giving unconditionally, expecting nothing in return? Never misuse or abuse your loyalties. And this is the part that's kind of, it's nagging at the Divine Masculine. It feels very much as if he wants to recognise the Divine Feminine for her importance in his life. Wow, that's big. Never misuse or abuse your loyalties, but instead defend them like a roaring lion, letting everyone know you are honourable, brave and strong. Okay. What's with the itching of the nose? I feel like it's a secret message. I don't know what that means. All right. Oh dear. Should we have a look at the enchanted map? Please tell me we are recording, aren't we? I'm not even going to check. Okay. Guys, I am going to be offering, it's perfect time just to have a breather. Oh, the feather reminded me, where else has the feather gone? I'm going to be offering the past life reading this week. Let me tell you a little bit about the past life readings, because when you talk about past life and you have things like past life regressions where people can take you back to your previous lives and you can kind of see how you died and all sorts, okay? This isn't what my reading is about. I use the Angel and Ancestors cards here, and I follow a really cool deck. It's a cool deck. It's but it's full of your angels and ancestors. I use a layout, a spread that's recommended in here, and rather than us focusing kind of, I want to say, on, I shouldn't really say that because sometimes the masculines can come up in these readings. I had a little spell where they were coming up in the past life readings. It can kind of tell you what you were. So the interesting thing I find from the past life reading is that you can kind of find out what energy you were, and then once you've tapped into that, all I've seen is that people have evolved from that. So I'll use Laurie as an example. She might have been one of the first people. Actually, I've done my own past life reading, and that's when I kind of realised I'm here to help the Divine Masculine Collective to wake up this lifetime. Okay. Now, Laurie, she found out that she was a shapeshifter. And since then, her ability to connect and with the animals has heightened. I've told others that they were a guardian angel. I remember one lady, she was the moon. And the interesting and what traits you bring forth, and then how you can use. I've had many different ones that have come up. I've had a couple of shapeshifters actually. Yeah, someone who come through as being a guardian angel in a past life, and they were being sent down this time. And then it tells you what karma you're here to clear, which I like that part as well. So I'm here to help clear the fear within the Divine Masculine Collective. That's my role. And once you kind of know, it's an acceptance, I think. Magic stream in reverse, because I've just been like, listen, if you would like one of them readings, yeah. Maybe someone who's had a past life reading with me can maybe, I don't know, tell you that they are really good. Wrong book. Card number 18. Magic stream. Everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Okay, yes, let me add this part. So last week, very abundant. I received so many beautiful gifts. It was amazing. I managed to manifest myself a website. That one was like, whoa. I wasn't even like asking for that one. Manifested a website coming soon, guys. So that was very exciting, and what a blessing. Like, seriously, what a blessing. And I manifested, I received a very nice donation, and I spoke to the person that donated this money to the channel, and I said, I'm actually going to donate it back in 2 readings. Okay, so if you would like a past life reading, let me know, and 2 of those I will be, and obviously the donator who donated to the channel, when I'm just giving it, I want to give half of it back. So I'm going to give 2 of you guys a past life reading free of charge. So email me. I don't know how I'm going to choose you guys yet. So email me, and then I'll go from there. I'll be working on them this week. I'm not going to give you a time limit of 48 hours. Every time I do that, it seems like, I don't know, I come down a bit poorly, or the energy's just not right. So give me a week. I'll do them over this week. And I think that if I do that, it's more than likely I'm going to be able to perform quicker, because I haven't given myself a time restraint. So check out the description box. There's 2 free readings that have been donated to the channel. I'm going to use them for the past life reading. And I'm not sure how I'm going to select the people yet. So come with the intention that you are paying for the service, and 2 of you will receive a reading for free. There you go. That's what we're doing this week. It was only because it says everything is connected, and I felt like the donation was connected to how I'm also going to give back via that. Everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. It's in reverse. I'm chatting away now. It's like a nervous chatting. I've got so much to share, guys. Like, proper on it, this side. Anyway, do we want this in reverse? Should we turn it up the right way, but just read the reverse meaning? I'm not even sure we can. Okay, we'll hold it now. What is going on in this picture? Or is that's a stalk, is it? Is that a stalk? Magic string. In a reverse position, the magic string card represents swimming against the current. There are times when effort and sheer willpower result in victory and celebration, but this isn't one of them. You can't force inspiration, and you can't manufacture creativity. I swear I just saw something fly by. Okay, and that's what I was saying, like with my time restraints, I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah, it has to be when the energy's right. You have to just go with the flow. Oh, you can't force inspiration, and you can't manufacture creativity lest you borrow too heavily from others' ideas. Now, this is coming on with, actually, at some point, the Divine Masculine, he will come up with some kind of idea of his own. It's inevitable. You can't keep taking... What happens if the Divine Feminine wasn't there then? Giving her guidance. It's kind of like stops the stream. It's like, no, you need to tap into your own inspiration. It was a postman. You have to be able to tap into your own inspiration. You can't be dependent upon another. So if that person wasn't in the equation, it's kind of like, I felt like you fell in a black hole. Oh, a pitfall. It's like noticing pitfalls. Is that pothole? Pothole. A pothole in the road. It's like, I feel like the Divine Feminine's energy is guiding the masculine. So if the Divine Feminine stops kind of researching and evolving herself, it's like the Divine Masculine's direction stops, and he can't see the pitfalls that lie ahead. He has to tap into his own intuition then. So there's a lot here about actually depending a lot on the Divine Feminine for his guidance. So you can't force inspiration, and you can't manufacture creativity lest you borrow too heavily from others' ideas. Neither can you make someone love you or orchestrate a series of events that might place you in a more favourable position. That's interesting because the Divine Feminine. So neither can you make someone love you. I believe we all understand that neither of us would want to make our Divine Masculine love us. Love just is. And I feel like you didn't stop. You carried on being a Divine Feminine, understanding what you will attract by remaining in your training to the position that it's like it's a position that's required from you, from the Divine. So you stepped up. So neither can you make someone love you or orchestrate a series of events that might place you in a more favourable position. You are in a very favourable position, but there's this energy of you will attract love. There is no forcing, including your Divine Masculine. You can't force him to want to be with you. You can just grow and be the best version and take the lessons that the journey brought with it, and you evolve into it's about understanding your position. You have to evolve first, and then you help the masculine to evolve. So I feel like you've kind of been there, done that, over it. You have got a t-shirt because you've got a Wonder Woman t-shirt underneath, and it's made you into this super duper lady. So now is the time to drop the try-in and jump into the stream and float. Immerse yourself in the experience of being fully present with whatever is true for the moment. You'll never step in the same river twice anyway. Interesting. You'll never step in the same river twice anyway. So it's very much about the Divine Masculine stepping up here. I'm just noticing the river behind. And you're on your toes. It's like you can never be fooled again. And that's because you fell in love, which we all do. And it's a big drop, isn't it? Like a black hole. And then we rise. Or we can choose to rise in the love, the unconditional love, that expects a nout in return. Very interesting reading today. Wash machine's finished. Let's get a message from your angels. Just see bits of hair. What your angels want you to know. 'Cause I'm moving on up, you're moving on out. Time to break free, nothing can stop me, yeah. Indriel, you are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. That's your role, Divine Feminine. All of its inhabitants. And if your Divine Masculine is watching and learning, well, he's included in that collective. In that collective. Something about the word collective. Okay, I like her there in the light. Yes, you are a light worker. As such, you have always had a burning desire to make the world a better place. It is a deep calling that is beyond time and space. You are often called into service during ordinary circumstances, such as when you're shopping for groceries and someone needs your help. Right now, your life's mission is expanding so that you can teach even more people. This will require you to make some life changes that you will learn about through your inner guidance. Both of you need to step up as you are evolving Divine Feminine, guiding, mentoring. It's like the earth needs us all to step up. So the Divine Masculine, he will be sharing the knowledge that he's learning from you. So it's kind of like if you recommended a book to your Divine Masculine, it's like he's read the book and he's sharing the knowledge, but he hasn't told you that he's read the book and he's doing it. Okay. I believe we've all kind of recommended things to our Divine Masculine to help them. It's not, I don't believe any of us have actually gone in full force. We weren't allowed to. You would scare the Divine Masculine. And also we needed to settle into the connection and kind of take the big love romanticising part of it out of it and actually see what it is that we have learned and what the connection actually means. Okay. So right now your life's mission is expanding so that you can reach even more people. This will require you to make some life changes that you will learn about through your inner guidance. You are deeply sensitive to others' emotions. I picked that up with the first two cards. You are deeply sensitive to others' emotions, and it is important for you to clear yourself regularly, especially after helping someone. You can call upon Archangel Michael, your other guardian angels, and me to clear you of toxins or cords that may have resulted from your helpful efforts. You are an earth angel, and we are happy to assist you in all ways. Just ask. That was a brilliant message. It's a bit cold. I feel like I want some hand cream on. My hands feel dry. Okay, Oracle of the Fairies. Moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Okay. So this card meant that you were going against the flow. But I felt there was more of an energy for the masculine. Okay. I'm not going to go back over it. Moon energy. Wrong book again, Lucy. We're all affected by the moon, whether we realise it or not. Perhaps you feel especially tuned in to the moon cycle right now. The Fairy of Moonlight often appears when we have too many thoughts or are feeling confused. So I want to say that there's maybe times, different times around the month, if you actually keep track of it, where actually you could feel more drained than other times. The Fairy of Moonlight often appears when we have too many thoughts or are feeling confused. You can call on this fairy to take away any concerns or to inspire you to come up with solutions to the challenges you're facing. That's what it came in with, the Divine Masculine. Just Lily jumping down. She's sleeping on that radiator. It's too hot up there for her, but she will not be told. So, anyways, it's a bit hot up there. The energy of the Divine Masculine actually taking your knowledge, using it elsewhere, drawing from you. What would happen if you wasn't there to guide him? So you can call on this fairy to take away any concerns or to inspire you to come up with solutions to the challenges that you're facing. So there is assistance there for you, Divine Masculine. Working in harmony with the moon can enhance any efforts you're making to manifest something in your life. The moon, I don't really know the phases. We've got something coming up soon, in a few days, I believe. Might be the full moon. I'm not actually sure, I'm just guessing. Working in harmony with the moon can enhance any efforts you're making to manifest something in your life. The new moon phase is the perfect time to plant the seed of a wish you may have. As the moon grows, waxing through its phases, so too will your wish. The moon's waning phases are best for releasing anything that no longer serves your highest good, such as unpleasant thoughts, health issues, or people who aren't right for your life. Yeah. Oh, okay. Just sort the hair out. Energy is very scattered. I think I'm going to end with a Mother Mary message. When you place a crystal in moonlight, it will observe. I'm going to put my crystals on the window, okay? On the windowsill, not in the windows. When you place a crystal in moonlight, it will absorb the magical moonbeams, which can then be used for fairy spells. Clear quartz is particularly good at absorbing the moon's energy and will help to amplify many things in your life, from health to finances. Amethyst, I've got some of that, is good for increasing spiritual energy. Cool, that's what I have. And, oh, I thought it said white rose quartz. It doesn't, it says wild rose quartz. I have that one. Helps to enhance love. Okay, I pop them on my windowsill then. So I'm going to be increasing my spiritual energy and helping to enhance love. Perfect. The Family of Moonlight also sends inspiration to you to write down your thoughts, poetry or songs, or even to write a book. Right, it can be read like a book. Writing down what's in your head can be very therapeutic. Don't censor your thoughts. Once the words are on the paper, you symbolically release them from your mind. You can then bury or burn the paper to release fully any cares, worries or concerns. Page number 77. Year I was born. Okay, let's end with a Mother Mary card. Because it's a little bit distracting. Right, so now we know what the deal is. I think we already knew anyway. I suppose there's a time to kind of release the pressure and talk about it. Let's continue. As we mean to go on. Okay, sharing the knowledge. Mother Mary, can you please end this reading for us? Thank you very much. 2 cards. Our Lady of the Rose Crown. Card number 40. Feels like there's no rush now. We have all the time in the world to learn, we do. Of course, important, guys. It's an important part of the process. You are my child and a royal divine being. I protect your spiritual deepening now as you descend further into the living divine heart and know all to be love. Including my hair, how it's, okay, let me just, oh, can you hear Mr. Birdie? Let me just run my fingers through my hair because it's wet and it needs to dry. So let me separate the curls. Oh. I'm fidgety, aren't I? But I really want some hand cream. Feels like I'm actually just going to go and get some hand cream because I'm going to feel more comfortable. Maybe the birdie might give you a song while I go. I'm not going to be long, am I? Just like... And then we should get on with this message and then I shall get off for today. We have all the time in the world. Nothing more, nothing less. Only love. Drag the chair in. Oh, that feels better. I don't know why my slipper's not on properly. Okay. Have we sorted, Lucy? Well, I'm not sure about the hair, but we're going to leave it, aren't we? Yes. Should we hold it up? You are my child and a royal divine being. I protect your spiritual deepening now as you descend further into the living divine heart and know all to be love. All the mysteries reveal themselves to you now. Divine rapture awaits you. I shall keep you grounded and authentic, productive in the world that needs your light, even as I guide you into ecstatic communion with your holy nature. No matter where we think we are on our spiritual path, there is always somewhere and something deeper to experience. Our Lady of the Rose Crown appears when you are about to enter into another level of spiritual experience. This new level will be appropriate and healing for you, taking you naturally along in your spiritual progress. What might be suitable for another is unlikely to be exactly right for you. Our Lady watches over you with all-knowing tenderness and fierce protection. Only what you need will come to you. Okay. I'm not sure who this message is for, but I feel like this is you, Divine Feminine. It's like claiming your crown. You have been preparing for this time, quite possibly without realising it consciously. It can take years of preparation to be ready for the next level of spiritual awakening. In order to be prepared, we might have to be challenged in a relationship that really stretches or breaks our heart. Fucking hair. I don't know what the issue is today with the hair, okay? In order to be prepared, we might have to be challenged in a relationship that really stretches or breaks our heart. In that situation, we are learning to love more unconditionally, to either let the relationship go or stay with it, depending on what is right for us. We might experience weeks, months, or even years of not really knowing. With any certainty, if we are on the right path or living the life we are supposed to be living. In that continued crisis, we are learning how to remain present, to remain open, and to learn to trust, even in the absence of clarity. Or perhaps everything in our life seems to be upside down. A loved one is struggling, or our own inability to resolve an issue that has troubled us deeply for some time and is causing us to feel almost unbearable anguish. No matter what the crisis or challenge, the way that we learn to respond and grow through it provided us with the development that we needed to be able to sustain the next level of divine experience. Love is the most powerful force in our universe. It is in everything and reveals itself in unlimited ways. To encounter this love, to be really open to it, ready to receive it and be changed, illuminated, irradiated by it, takes tremendous preparation. Spiritual energy and the presence of the Divine Mother is very real and extremely powerful. It is, in some ways, like the energy of the sun. It can give life, but equally, it can be destructive if we do not acknowledge and manage the effect of its power upon us for good or ill. What is loving and uplifting at one What is loving and uplifting at one phase of our journey will not necessarily be enough to lift us into the next phase of our journey. For this next phase, perhaps we need more challenge or more loving presence to leave behind what we thought we knew and how we thought we needed to live in order to allow more of the divine to live through us. into the world. Our Lady of the Rose Crown comes to tell you that you have been in preparation and now the time is fast approaching, or is already upon you, whereby you are opening to more divine realisation. This is a sacred and precious gift and is happening in perfect accordance with your own spiritual growth. She asks that you drop preconceived expectations of how this will manifest and simply be present to what is happening within you and your life now. No matter what you may initially think, what you are being shown right now is more of the divine in its mysterious, creative, funny, and unfathomable genius. Whether you can make sense of it or not, your heart and soul will be fed by it, strengthened and empowered to more fully live your divine light and discover who you truly are, a magnificent royal child of the Divine Father and Divine Mother. If you have been wondering about your spiritual growth or noticing that you judge others less and are able to hold compassion more easily, this oracle comes as a confirmation that yes, you have gone through a spiritual growth spurt, and also more is to come. If you have been feeling as though you have been tested spiritually with a reoccurring issue, this oracle comes with the guarantee of divine success and congratulations as you are passing your spiritual test, and the Mother is in celebration with you. Soon you shall feel that and join her delight. That last part there was so for the Divine Masculine. If you've been wondering about your spiritual growth or noticing that you judge others less and are able to hold compassion more easily, this oracle comes as a confirmation that yes, you have gone through a spiritual growth spurt and also more is to come. Well, let's have a look at the message that was underneath. Our Lady of Quiet Blossoming, card number 21. I hear the inaudible, I see the invisible and feel the intangible. I sense the signs of growth before you can do so, beloved. Okay. Divine Feminine. This card, this is talking about you. Actually, it feels like you're telling your Divine Masculine that, yeah, you can read him like a book. Okay, it's like your superpower, but it's not to be afraid of. You're not to be fearful, Divine Masculine, of this, because it can help. It's there to help and assist you and others. Okay, so Divine Feminine, I feel this is you saying to the masculine, I hear the inaudible, see the invisible, and feel the intangible. I sense the signs of growth before you can do so, beloved. So believe me now as I say to you, you are growing and you must trust. For the seed needs all its strength to push up into the weighty soil that provides nourishment. It must find its way with absolute intent. Even with the most loving garden attending to it, great focus is required for the seed to burst open so that the plant may grow. And that's only something the Divine Masculine can do. It doesn't matter how caring and comforting, what a great gardener you are, Divine Feminine. The Divine Masculine needs to be strong. Okay. So believe me now as I say to you, you are growing and you must trust. For the seed needs all its strength to push up into the weighty soil that provides nourishment. It must find its way with absolute intent. Even with the most loving garden attending to it, great focus is required for the seed to burst open so that the plant may grow. Signs of spiritual growth are subtle at first. Well, I feel like there's the bombardment of them now. Signs of spiritual growth are subtle at first, and yet eventually evidence of our inner work becomes so obvious that our world is transformed. Before the transformation bears fruit, however, we must labour with great trust when we have no sense of our growth happening. We may indeed worry that we are deluding ourselves about any progress being made at all. We might fear that our spiritual practices, prayers, meditations or study might be a little more than a passing fancy or a foolish hobby. Do not let such sabotage enter your heart, beloved. The mother brings you a message that you are indeed growing and you must guard your faith vigilantly. It is one of your most powerful assets on the spiritual path. It is during those times when we are yet to see evidence of our growth in the physical world that we can feel most uncertain, most tested. Yet we simply must choose trust and faith no matter what. It may be weeks, months or years before we feel we have enough proof in the physical world to justify our spiritual beliefs, but this matters not. What matters is trust. The Divine Mother comes to you in this oracle telling you that she can see, hear and feel your growth. She knows you are going to succeed spiritually and you can trust her when you cannot trust your own senses. In time, your growth will have demonstrated itself in the world through your manifestations, and this will inspire you with even more trust to continue on the path. For now, have faith. Even the greatest creation started as a single seed of thought. This oracle comes with a special message. Do not give up. Do not let go of your dream. Stay at it. Keep working on yourself. If you are struggling to have faith, do the healing process for this oracle at any time. Soon enough, your uncertainty or tentativeness will be replaced with great confidence, certainty and knowing. Until that moment, and even then, trust without condition. Bring me back some light, please. Oh, okay, well, we can get directly in it, but that isn't what I kind of meant. That isn't what I meant. What I meant. It's like they're not the same person that we met. And neither are we, Divine Feminine. We are one. Okay. The oracle also brings this message to you. You are asked to trust in your inner senses or feelings about a person, opportunity or situation. Sometimes what doesn't seem that promising on the surface of things can hold tremendous promise and will be the foundation for your divine success. Likewise, sometimes what appears to be wonderful is actually not much more than a glossy surface, which will do little to support or nourish you in actual fact. You are being asked to have the courage of your inner convictions and to trust your own sense of intuition about what is happening in your life or soon will be. It takes a brave soul to rely on the feelings of the heart to guide the way, rather than relying on logic, the opinions of others, or the expectations of how things should be done. Do not be afraid to trust the quiet voice within that may tell you to wait where others say jump, or may tell you to dive in where others say that cannot be done. Trust your heart and pray. Through your faith, the way will be shown and your blossoming will be protected and nurtured through the Divine Mother's grace. Let's end with this healing process and affirmation. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Imagine that you are walking towards a lady who is seated at the edge of a fertile garden. She has garlands of red roses in her hair. She gestures for you to sit next to her. Gently, she leans over and places her ear at the earthly garden bed, listening intently. You follow her movements, doing the same. From deep within the soil, you hear a soft rustling sound, almost imperceptible, but you hear it. You sit up startled and she smiles at you. She explains in her beautiful velvety voice that this is a sound of a seed beginning to break open so that it can grow. If you listen carefully and with the heart, you can hear it, even though nothing appears to be happening above the surface. She places one hand on the earth and the other on her heart, sending loving encouragement to that seedling. You do the same. Stay with this moment, and when you are ready, complete your healing process with the following affirmation, repeating it aloud 3 times. She hears and I believe. She sees and I believe. She knows and I believe. My spiritual success is my destiny, and all is assured. I trust and have faith in divine timing and the Divine Mother's grace. What a beautiful message, guys. Okay, let's leave that there. Guys, if you want to book yourself in a past life reading, details in the description box, and 2 readings will be given away for free. Okay, have a great day. I was going to say I'll catch you later, guys. Not really how I was like, I'll catch you later, guys. 1 minute and 20. 1 minute, we're not even 1 hour. Oh, I'll catch you later, guys. 1 hour and 30, let's do it 33 seconds. Okay, it's gone over that now. Seriously? Lucy, I've got to go. I'll catch up with you soon. Take care, much love. Bye for now.